Hello guys, it's Mungai Eve. Welcome to the Mungai Eve show. And of course, you're the #1 online TV show. And guys, today I'm having Bazu himself in the show. Leo tutakuwa tukipiga story na Willis mwenyewe. Yani leo vibe ni kama yote. Ile energy anakuanga nayo. Leo lazima tuambie inatokanga wapi.
Yeah.
Anyway, Willis ukaje?
Niko salama sana, wasalimi niko buheri wa afya. Sina meno, nina meno, niko sawa.
Kwani umekuwa Steve wewe?
Niko guda.
Oh, wow. Hey, Willis. Hii energy utoka wapi?
Energy inatoka kwa life. Mimi niko na policy moja, happiness is a choice. And I choose it every day. Regardless of nini nafanyika kwa maisha yako, you have to be happy. And contrary to popular belief, mimi huomba. And Biblia inasema,
Hey, preach.
sema, hey, Father. Inasema, in his presence there is fullness of joy. So kama unaongeanga na Mungu wako, generally your outlook on life changes. No matter what happens, he got you. Yeah.
Wow, unaona leo luku imeweza.
Yes.
Kama yote.
Yeah.
Lakini something yenye tuna notice ni kanywele kama vile ni kama Willis. Nani amekopi mwingine? Mimi ndo nimekopi Willis kama kumeendaje. Hakuna locks. Wewe ndo ulianza.
So therefore, ni wewe ulini? Dreadlock thing, man. First of all, actually, I was learning that inafaa kuitwa kwanza locks, si dreadlocks. So what I read was that dreadlocks was a word yenye wakoloni ndo walileta. Because of that, your dread, yani kuogopa. So they were afraid of people with the locks, because walikuwa associated na different things. So music are two locks. And so niliamua tu, by the way, it wasn't like a big thing. You see what, that's the other thing, nilikuwa ukienda online watu wanakuambia toa hizo vitu, toa hizo matuta, toa sijui nini. Hizo vitu kama hizo. But one of the reasons why niliziweka first ni I've always wanted locks. Always. So after nilitoka news, nikasema, you know what, there is no better time to do it. So nikaweka. And people had all sorts of things to say about why. Mtu angalie Willis, he's not doing well. Of course, at the time,
You need help.
Yes, of course, at the time, there were ups and downs. But that was not the reason. It's just because I really wanted locks. Nikapiga akina Nick, locks trend, wakaniweka. First they were artificial, then they grew into the thing. And now, by that time, nilizitoa, nywele yangu ilikuwa refu kuliko hii. And it's just because, again, nilifika point nikasema, you know what, I think it's time for a change. I've had the locks. I've not bowed.
How long now?
It was 2 years, actually. It would have been 2 years, I think, in October. But sasa sikufika October. So it's about, almost 2 years. Na nywele ilikuwa refu, and I just, you know, there's a lot of pressures zenye zinakuanga hapa nje. So I didn't want to do anything out of pressure. In fact, watu wakiniambia nitoe, ndo sasa nilikuwa nasema hata nimeongeza mwezi mwingine sitoi.
Wow, immediately uliangusha ile post. Nikiangalia comment section watu wengi walikuwa wanasema, now this is the real Bazu. Sijui now you are the, sasa ndo unakaa kama dad, vitu kama hizo. But somehow you are trying to disagree with what they were saying.
Yeah, because one, India really say I am not my hair. Hair does not make you or break you. That's my view, because there are people who have locks who are dads, right? Even just in Kenya hapa si Nameless ako nayo, si Nyashinsky ako nayo, and all these people are dads. But it's just because wewe uko hapo, you've been a target for so long, people will target you and say now you're the real you. I've been me. Kwani naishi maisha nani? I have been myself. I've lived a life as myself for a very long time. Of course, kuna times zenye msopotea and you make mistakes and etc. But those are isolated incidents. It doesn't mean that is who you are. So also I wanted to break that notion that ati ukiwa na locks, wewe ni tag, wewe umepotea, wewe hujui Mungu, all those things. I think that is, if people are thinking like that, it is what is called rudimentary kindergarten thinking. Yani you are really doing a disservice to your great capacity, your brain. Unaonyeshana yani, it should not be that way. And just because you can't do it, see, sasa lazima hata mimi useme me I can't do it. And that's what normally happens, because mtu anakuangalia anasema I wish I would be like this guy, or flip, how come huyu jamaa he gets to do anything na bado maisha yanaendelea tu, because I have not focused my attention on other people. So even the people who are saying that, that's why I kept saying kwa hiyo post, apana, I have been me, I have always been Bazu. It is, my hair doesn't change. Kesho nikiweka cornrows.
Cornrows kama hizi zangu.
Hata mimi naweza, kwani what will be the problem? And I think slowly though things are changing. I'm so glad that my employer, Royal Media Citizen, allowed me kuendelea na kazi. There was not anyone boss who aliniambia hizi vitu umeweka kwa nywele ni mbaya, butoa. Life went on because the work was being done.
Okay. So by the time ulikuwa unakuja kutoa dread, already ulikuwa umetoka side ya news, because there are people who thought the reason umetoka dread ndio the reason umetoka kusoma news.
No. The reason why nilitoka news juu nilikuwa nataka. And I just felt, because that's the thing, I normally like change and transitioning and trying new things and challenging myself. And I felt at the time that I had done it, and there are people who are doing it even better than me, who are still doing it better than me, who are great at it, at Royal Media, across the whole media fraternity. And so I thought, why would I sasa niingie kwa, if I use football as an analogy, already there is a first 11 kusoma news kwa hii nchi. Of course, there are people who are still breaking into it. Shout out to Mr. Ayub Sheikh, who is now at Royal Media. But there is a starting 11. So mbona niko kwa place yenye hata siwezi kaa kwa bench, niko kwa reserve. Siwezi hata itwa kama substitute. Versus a place where in entertainment, where niko easily top 2 or number 1. So why would I want to do that? It's not that I don't like competition, it's just being realistic. That's one. Number 2, I felt at that time nilikuwa nimefanya most of the things I would want to do. Over and above informing and putting people to task and keeping things clear, people always aim at different things. You have to interview, people want to always interview the president. I've interviewed the president. Opposition leader Raila, nime-interview Raila. William, nime-interview. Kusafiri, nimesafiri. Nimekuwa Somalia during Operation Linda Inchi. I've done conflict areas, I've done happy stories, I've done sad stories, I've done professional stories. So I was like, what else is there to do? Let me challenge myself. And so by the time, in fact, October, it was after my dad's birthday, is when I think I put the locks. And it was just because, nataka kuweka. I've always wanted locks. Nilikuwa naona Alejandro. Nikasema hala, hata mimi naweza kuwa Willyhandro.
Wow, so Willis, sasa umesema wewe ulichoose path ya entertainment because you felt like you're so good at it. Na wewe umekuwa msee mwenye amekuwa kipush sana mambo ya Gengeton music, Bazu entertainment yuko pale, but kuna kuanga na notion ya Gengeton bado saizi ni kama iliisha, story mob. What can you say about it?
I think Gengeton haijaisha. Gengeton is it's Kenya music no major anafanya, ndio kina wanaitwa nani Mbuzi Gang wanafanya. What time is it? No nafika home. Nimekuwa Beth, ati Beth. It's still Gengeton. It's just that in the beginning, what happened was that people were, kuna ile shock factor that guy huyu jamaa amesema hiki kitu kwa song. So utaenda kuisikia ndio usikie enyewe ameisema, and then you're impressed that they say things that wewe mwenyewe huwezi sema. Unaongea hash kwa nyumba ama kwa bar, but you can't openly say it. But them, they were openly saying it. That's why the songs ilikuwa na views. How come? That's why I was saying it was hypocritical kusema hii kitu ni mbaya, yet views inatoka wapi na si bots. So people are watching, people are embracing, and for a time, if you're being really honest, it kicked. We weren't listening to a lot of Afrobeat, we weren't listening to Amapiano, we weren't listening to all this. Then it became so attacked. These people are young, they have instant success. Of course, they'll make mistakes. They have money starts coming in. Nobody has taught you how to handle it. Nobody has taught you how to handle fame. Of course, you'll make mistakes. You're also young. You're just being you, but ni vile unaishi kwa an aquarium kwa sababu kila mtu anakuona ukifanya your moves. Yeah. But you're just being you. So Gengeton is, I think it's good music. I think it's not dead. I think it should be embraced more. I think we should start being hypocritical. You can't tell me unasikia hapa nini wet alafu ikifika kwa gengeton hati haya amesema guy hati amesema tafanya nini udem yet put the unaisikia. So what's the measure? Kama enyewe wewe that's not your type of music, because again we can't force somebody to scare music. If that's not your type of music, then stay away from it. It's okay. Ni okay kutopenda na ubaki huko, but don't start bringing people down, and that's how they are eating. That's how they're making, you know. And also this thing people saying, you see, they've learned the same artists, but wanna make music leo. It's not as vulgar, but they're still passing across a message. Kama hiyo song ya What Time Is It, Don't Africa Home. It's about gender-based violence. Yeah, and you see it's still passing a message. So you can see these are artists who have grown, but we need to be patient. Yes.
Okay, what's your plan with Bazu Entertainment?
My plan with Bazu Entertainment is to have, I want to build like a center, you know, where, because having interacted with a lot of artists over time, some of the biggest problems is access to quality production, quality audio, quality video, and the funds to do that as well, and the space to do that as well. So the ultimate goal is to have just like a center, you know, where you can come, you can shoot your music videos, you can come, you can pitch your ideas. If you want to get funding for music videos, you can be supported as well. And supported might not be monetary, but also just to have people who can actually come and train you on, this is how you write good music, this is how you do production, this is how you shoot good videos, this is the latest technology now, this is what you need to do, this is how you package yourself so that brands can approach you, this is how you write and derive a rate card, and all of that. That is the ultimate goal with it. I tried last year, sought funding from a betting firm, to bet, and we helped artists. So far we shot 5 videos that are out there. We did a competition and we shot for them 5 videos. So, and it was good to see them come together. You see, unaona, like that artist, he learns a lot even just from the shoot. Unaona, sasa na wakana kina Dolls, kina Trey Jules, and all these people, and we're like, wow, this is a good quality video. And anajua kupanga dancers, anajua kupanga set, and learn hizi vitu zote. That's what Bazu Entertainment is all about. So it will be like, you see what Tyler Perry has done to movies. He's built a whole center where you don't have to leave. You can actually shoot your movie, do everything, produce, nini toka hapo. That's what I want Bazu Entertainment to be eventually, to help out. Yes, and to help out arts in general, from a tattoo artist to a music artist, to a voiceover artist, to a painter, all creative arts. Yeah.
That's a great idea, but probably maybe somebody would ask, where will the funding come from?
Yes, over the period of time, it's partnerships. Yeah, that's where it will come from. You have to form partnerships with the people who are also interested in the same line. So it is again pitching. That's what I've been doing, pitching, trying to talk to people, trying to talk to some donors, people who are supporting the creative arts, to come and do that, because it's expensive. You know, they normally say hata ukiona ticket free kuna mtu anailipia. There is somebody who's making sure that you know it's now free. Either you have been paid, so you offer it free, or even when they say free education, for example, there is a cost that the government incurs for you to have it free. So that's the thing now, to look for those donors, willing people. And eventually to put my money where my mouth is, because hata mimi lazima niweke pesa into the thing. So that is how it will work.
Okay. And will it be open to any creative, ama mtatumia strategy gani to find people who will be coming at the space?
So for some, for the professionals, like I was saying, if you want like mentorship, ETC workshops, that one of course we look for the professionals to do. For the arts, it will be open to most people, but what we will try to do, like with this one, the one we did a competition. Okay. So you post whatever it is you do online, and then the people online vote, and then also we also have, now from, let's say you are 60, Then now we pick 10. Then those 10 we bring now professionals to judge your creativity, to judge your creativity, to judge your lyrics, the beat, nini. Like this one we had Mavo, we had Nelly, Kina Direct Dolls, Trey Jules, all these people, they were like, oh yeah, this sounds good, oh this will be good, Kina Vic Beats. So just to see how it will sound, yeah. So that's part of the criteria that we'll be using. But generally, it's for submissions, it's open. Yani kama uko na talanta sawa, because again, but now you have to have your sifting criteria, because tena watu ni wengi, watu wako na talanta a lot of places, and then also we're planning to see if we can do like a competition.
Okay, moving forward, Willis, there's this question that so many people have seen, they have been asking you about your weight loss journey.
Yes.
Maybe you can tell us a little bit about it. So there was a time tuliona tu kwa maudaku that umeweka gastric balloon. I don't know how true is that. Maybe you can tell us.
Well, so anyway, since it's gonna tatokelezea eventually. But yes, I did. I not a gastric balloon. I went for a gastric bypass at Nairobi Bariatric.
What is that exactly?
So gastric bypass is where basically stomach yako inakatwa in two.
Like it's a surgery?
Yes, it's a laparoscopic surgery. So it's aufunguliwi. They make 5 incisions, and then the expert, in this case Professor Maleskas, was able to go in and anakata tumbo yako in half. Of course, he'll explain it better eventually on my channel. But yeah, so anakata tumbo, and then as the word suggests, they bypass. They now connect one of the intestines to the new stomach. So basically you have, for lack of a better word, 2 stomachs. But now what you are able to, it reduces greatly the amount of food that you eat. Because now it's a more lasting solution. Because you see, for other, and I've tried, I mean, I have had amazing people work with me, and it's not a fault of their own. It's just saa zingine wewe mwenyewe. Let me tell you, mimi who respect watu wanaendanga gym ni kazi. Okay, it is, and the trainers, I've had amazing trainers, Morris from Ultra Fitness, Alvin Lee Fitness, Adromax, Evelyn, Eval Health and Fitness. All these people I've worked with. And over the period, nilikuwa na lose weight, but inarudi. Lose weight, inarudi. So by the time I was actually going for the surgery, hey, I was not doing well. Because...
how many kgs were you?
I was 164. Umesema we? Kama Kevin Hart, damn. Yeah, so I needed it because also my pressure was high, my cholesterol was high. So it was now also a matter of you really need to take care of your health, because that's niko na mniaju, but just for myself, you know. And that's what you need to do. You also need to decide if you want to go to the gym, if you want to go for the surgery, whether it's gastric balloon, bypass, there are many, mini gastric or full gastric. You have to know that you're doing this thing for yourself. Because for me, it took me a long time before I even thought about, okay, I think I want to do this. Because it is about you. You see, I get to live in this body every day. Sina break. Hakuna time I'm okay, wacha mwili hapa. No, this is me 24/7. So you have to love yourself enough to know that you need help. And there is no shame in it, by the way, because people always attach shame to, sasa amefanya bypass nini, hana discipline ama and also it's expensive. But, you know, the gains, you know, if you pay whatever you pay now, and if you go in the future and you have, let's say if I was to get, God forbid, a heart attack, the money I would pay in hospital just for 3 days. 3 days, if you were to go to hospital and you're getting care, proper care, people will tell you burn out of money haraka sana. Especially if now, because you'll be in ICU, HDU, all those places. And that is, the costs are crazy. So instead of incurring those, you know, you'll use it to treat yourself, and it will be for longer, and sometimes it'll do damage that can't be reversed. So it's something that I'm actually proud of it.
Okay. Ulienda lini surgery? For how long?
And the surgery is actually, you can actually do the surgery today and leave. In some countries that has happened, but because you need to be monitored, it will take about maybe 2 to 3 days max. So I did it in Nairobi Bariatric, and I did it sometime in May. So it's I don't regret it one bit. It took 3 days to get out of hospital, and then it took a little bit longer to heal. Of course, it takes maybe your first review will be after say a month. But sasa during that time you're eating mimi na mtoto wangu tulikuwa tunakula same. So it was pureed, mashed foods. You can't take like everything is mashed for a while, for like about maybe 3 to 4 weeks.
Okay. For how long do you start seeing the changes?
I mean, after the first month, I was 164. I came down to 150.
And currently?
Currently, you'll have to wait and watch it on my channel.
Ama tukupime na macho.
But I mean, those there's been, if you look at some of my pictures, even you can see visible change, and it's an amazing thing. It's a beautiful feeling. The feeling you get, because let me tell you, when you're overweight, for those who are comfortable with themselves and they've come to terms with this, it's okay. But if now it is getting to be a risk to your health, you worry. You know, it's not fun kuamka, kujaribu trouser na hifit, kujaribu shati na hifit. It's not fun. It does something to your mind. You really have to have a strong mindset, not to let some of those things and comments ya watu to pull you down, because there's a lot of cyberbullying around weight issues as well. And maybe I went through it, but of course after a while you develop some thick skin, but still words are words. Lazima kuna kale ka comment kamoja itakuingia. Yeah, so I think the feeling you get after is amazing, but you really have to choose a good place to go with it. These guys, Nairobi Bariatric, have been around for 15 years. Professor Maleskas has done, I think, over 3,000 surgeries, going on 4,000 even. So there's a lot of experience in that. But you really have to be patient. That's one thing I learned, because the healing process, lazima uke patient, you have to have your mind right. But it's not a joke. But si ati utakuwa unasikia njaa sana. Utakuwa unashiba kama ulikuwa unafinya kama mimi, nilikuwa nafinya chapati kama 6 8.
Really?
Sitting moja.
8 chapos.
Yeah, man. Ama KFC hapo kama 4 5 pieces 6 7 zikiendanga. But now hata one, probably one, I don't think I can even do 1.5 chapatis.
Yeah, so what it does ni mtu ana reduce venye alikuwa anakulanga.
Yes. It reduces your intake, which is now how you'll also, and it's like permanent.
It's a permanent solution.
You can't
Rudi pale tena. Okay, how much does the surgery cost approximately?
It costs approximately anywhere between 600 to 900,000.
Almost $1 million.
Yes, almost $1 million. But it's cheaper here than if you go to, say, Dubai. I know it's Dubai, Turkey, Thailand. Because remember, you are doing it here, na utaenda home. Right? Yeah, there you bado kuna flight, bado kuna accommodation in those countries, and other costs that are involved. So it's better to do it at home. Yeah.
Wow, history yako actually ilitokea kwa mtandao when Kate actress also revealed that yeye ameka the gastric balloon. And of course ilileta a lot of mixed reactions. I think in our society watu bado hawaja embrace hizi maneno. Mtu anaweza enda surgery just to cut weight and everything. What can you say about it?
I think people need to change that notion, because, you know, according to the WHO, there's a lot of people who are about even adolescents. Adolescents, it is about 50 to 51% of them are obese already. And so it's a serious thing, and especially when it comes to it affecting your health. Those of you who are really, I don't know if you've known a relative or who you've gone through a period in time where a relative, a friend was unwell, and we have, because we see a lot of medical appeals online. And some of them, you know what it costs to be in hospital. And some of these things, they say things like blood pressure, cholesterol, those are like silent, they call them silent killers because hakuna symptoms sana until it's too late. In fact, by the time when on a symptom, it's a bit too late. But so if you're doing these surgeries, then you should be okay with it but it has to come from you. Again, it will be better if it comes from you, not from the pressure of people, because people will talk. Let me tell you, people will talk before, people will talk after, people will talk during. People are always going to talk, no matter what you do. For example, even let's use the hair, for example. So nilikuwa na locks, wakasema toa locks. Sasa nimebakisha hiyo, wasema sasa toa hiyo. Hiyo kitu inakaa kama kofia, toa hiyo sasa. Ndio sasa ukue sawa. But so you'll never, if your aim is to satisfy people, you'll not be happy. So people should start embracing that you can actually do it. It helps. It saves you so much. And insurance companies in Kenya, by the way, should also start embracing it. Because if you're an insurance company, and if somebody like me, if I'm 164, my chances of kutumia hiyo cover yenyu nikienda OC ni mob. But if I get the surgery and I reduce and I'm manageable, then I'm not going to go to hospital as much. So who is saving? The insurance companies. Yet not all of them.
So currently, most of them, they don't support.
Unless some do, but it's a process. Lazima wa convince yenyewe unahitaji hiki.
Yourself, did you manage or you did it by yourself?
Mimi nilifanya peke yangu. Yeah.
Okay. So, Willis, before to move forward, there was this time that you really had a lot of weight, and still you are in the space of the internet. Were there times that you went through a lot of hardships, especially when it comes to cyberbullying?
Oh yeah, what mimi normally naikuanga soft target. I think watu wakibogeanga na ucho kwa pejangu, hebu acha tutusi Willis. Yeah, because it's been there. I mean, people have watu wamesema all sorts of things about me, about my weight, about everything, and sometimes they get so personal as if wako na wewe kwa nyumba. And it does, Miza. You can't, if you are really a human being with the blood flowing in the vein, lazima itakuumiza sana. And even if you block comments, if you block the people, you have to read it before you block. Lazima usome na decide sipendi hii ndo block. Once umesoma imeregister. And it could be maybe watu wamekusifu kama watu 50. But there's this one person who amecomment vibaya. Imagine you'll be thinking about that one like the whole part of the whole day. You're like, that's what jamaa aliniambia hivi mbona. Like why you even go to their page, unaona hapo kwa bio wameandika lover of Christ, father. Unashangaa sasa, surely form ni gani? Mbona is this the way the Christ is leading you to abuse me? So it is very painful to go through that, but over time you kind of develop a thick skin, but obviously not thick enough, because even a crocodile ukifanya kazi juu chini bado unaweza iumiza with its tough skin. So it gets to you, but now it's how you handle it. Sometimes the days when inanipata kama niko kwa mood poa, so I'm just like, anyway, you know what, life is tough out here. So kila mtu na shida zake, ameona anitolee frustration zake. I'm sure it's not even probably me. Nasema sawa, or najiambia huyu jamaa has probably written this thing na ameenda. Afikiri vile mimi nafikiria. Ameandika kama ameenda. Later on atasema, by the way, akina notification nimemjibu, nimeclub back, nasema guy, kumbe nilikuwa nimeambia Willis. Or sometimes sometimes I get somebody has bullied me, I actually DM them and say, yo, hii kitu nasema sipo. Pole Willis, mimi ni fan wako.
Ama unapata shay kutext.
Ama unapata ashay kutext, ama asema wewe ni fan wako, alafu akamwambia siwaachie kitu bro, unajua. Life ni hard. Unaona? So sometimes I normally just say maybe decide amekuja kunidampia ni sawa. But then there are days also that it gets to you and you really need help and kujitoa from that mix that it's not about me. Hata nijui. It's one thing somebody mwenye nakujua, maybe close family akwambia kitu, but a stranger anaitwa maybe super 7723 unashanga sasa huu ni nani? Unajua maybe hata ni sudo.
How did you deal with it? Umesema at some point mtu ana need help. How did you deal with it yourself?
And that to be possible with being comfortable with me at that time. Being comfortable also means knowing that yes, ni ukweli, I am overweight. And I need help.
Admit.
Yes, I need help and I'm working towards it. I'm just not there yet. Okay? So hii comment yako, wewe umechukua a tunnel vision of the thing. You're just, this is who I am now, you think I can't change. There's one day I think I'll never forget, that was a little bit painful. Ni kuna day mwingine aliniongelesha vibaya sana about my weight. Aki alikuwa ameniongelesha vibaya. I can't even repeat what she told me.
Tuambie.
But it was mambo na my performance on the bedroom.
Alijua ati sasa.
No, that's the thing, hajui. Amekuja hapo kwa comment section kuongea. Then akaniambia, because I think I was preparing for a show. I think it was 10/10. And then akaniambia something to the effect of, I put fire emojis. Nasema let's get it, fire emoji. Akasema hiyo fire nitumie kwanza kuchoma mafuta ya mwili. Otherwise nikasema okay. Nikamwambia anyway ni sawa, unajua mimi naenda gym. I can go to the gym and I can lose weight, but what will you do about your face? Sababu wewe face yako ni permanent. Na kama ikai poa. So that one I always remember hata nasema anyway singemwambia hivyo, but alikuwa amenipush to the wall. Yeah, so
pelekana ama aliacha
no, so sometimes kuna wale kupelekana, huyu I think alienda missing, but there are people who sasa kazi yao sasa wanataka huu maintain hapo. Unasema anaanza kuambia hata umespell sijui word gani wrong. Unajua mtu akifika kwa level sasa anakutoanisha spelling, unajua ameshindwa. Sasa unataka kuniambia na get the message. So and I was typing fast, but anyway. So sometimes it gets tough, so I get comfortable with myself, so I know that I need the help. 2, I have people around me who affirm me that uko sawa. Hata wakisema ati demo wako akuacha, demo wako nakwambia mimi sikuachi baby boy, tuko sawa. In fact hebu kuja hapa tu nini. So tuko sawa.
Performance iko sawa.
Performance iko tu sawa. V12 engine. Alafu kuna over and above that also is that realization. Dealing with it also means knowing that umse is a coward. Because akikumit face to face, kwanza wale watu na meeting wanaambia haki Willis uliniblock, anaambia hata sikuongeleshi sasa. Because lazima ulikuwa umenikosea. Ndio nikublock, umenikosea. I can't just block you out of the blue. So yeah, I just use my block button, I use my restrict button, so that adhani tunaongea kumbe ni yetu anajiona hapo. Or sometimes even, you can actually even go on Instagram and filter like the words that if appears on, you don't want those words to be on your comment. So ukiandika fat kwa comment yangu, wewe jua tu utaona tu unable to post, please try again. Utapata kala notification. And then if it's fat, I think in other words, wife, child, some of those things, yeah. I release a block from the comment section. So it's also protecting your space. You also learn to protect your space. Surely. On my page, you crazy. Oh, my cheese. Yeah, so those 3 things. Admit that, be conscious of where you are and be comfortable with yourself, including if you know you need help. 2, get people around you who are genuine, so that the people who are fake on the socials will not affect you. And then number 3, employ the tools that have been used. Block, mute, restrict, all of them. Yeah.
Wow. Let's move to fatherhood. Yeah, I can see Mali. Yani naonanga kila wakati saya stashaanza kutembea. Tell us how fatherhood imekuwa, and yet almost sasa unaenda kukuwa dad to another child.
Another one. DJ Kelly. Another
it's a goal.
Yeah, another one. Nimefunga bao. Yeah, we are working. Yeah, so fatherhood has imekuwa amazing. Ever since even the first time when I was going to have my daughter, yani I think it just does something to your mind. it changes you in terms of responsibility, a sense of like not really ownership, a sense of even identity to some extent. Like you start searching, okay, mtoto anakuja, am I in the right space in terms of where I want to be, whether it is financially, whether it is you as a human being and things you need to work on. It has a kuku challenge sana. So it's been, and then it's such an amazing, journey to watch, like Mali from when he could not even inaitwa kulatch, hakuwa anaweza hata kusuck, then to watch him now, he's walking now, he's trying kuni manipulate, nikamwambia wacha, anaanza kukuja kunilalia, kunishikashika hivi. It's an amazing journey to watch all of that, but it's also an let's say an awakening, that now I'm living for more than just myself. And from even now he doesn't know whether I'm having a good day or bad day. Ajui kama nimetoka huko nje kutusiana. Mimi nikiingia hapa, I'm the superhero. This is daddy. He's the king here. So it gives you such a sense of, you appreciate that innocence. Like this guy, his life is so easy. Eat, sleep, poop. Eat, sleep, poop, and continue. Repeat. Eat, sleep, poop, play. Repeat. Evil. So you're like, wow, this is actually amazing that even you one day you're here. So it also gets you to appreciate your own growth, not just as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, but even as a person. Like you can start in one form and you can change and adapt to another form. So it's amazing. Sijui yani. Ni hata na karibu ni kwa emotional. It's an amazing feeling.
Wow. And now you actually almost giving Mali a second born.
Yeah, man.
Hata kuwa lonely anymore.
Yes.
Was it planned ama iliwapata kigafla?
Ilikam na kinini. Okay, Mali was planned. Yeah, tulikuwa tumefanya kazi sana juu chini. Ngangana. But for number 2, ilitupata tu tukasema, let's do this day. This is what it's all about. After all, tukifanya si tulijua kuna possibility. So yeah, when we found out, I remember we were excited, we were also scared at the same time, because the difference of the years. Katikati, I think these are called Irish twins. If you have a baby, I think 14 months or less apart. So kuna hiyo, you're scared, how is it going to be? Already, Mali is quite something. He's like his dad. He's noisy. He's a handful. But so you're wondering, sasa mwingine atakuwa aje, watapendana, na kihela, will we be able to afford, manage, what's going to happen? Yeah. Are we prepared even mentally? Yeah. So you go through all of those. But at the end of the day, tuko sawa, kwani nini, we have each other, so it's going to be okay.
Wow. And by the look of things, kama we're almost there, but I don't know. By the look of those photos, naona Ivy amengangana yani.
Ivy is very strong. I really salute her for the strength of being pregnant and also taking care of another Mali. Yeah, so yeah, she's doing an amazing job at that. And yeah, lakini huyu ako ametusukuma, amekama na kinini. It's been an interesting one, but that's her story to tell in terms of her journey. But we are looking forward, yani. We are wanasemanga kwa movie coming soon to a hospital near you. Yeah.
Wow, tukitoka kwa story about fatherhood and everything. Tulikaka tu juzi, I think a few months ago, tukaona pictures zimeingia online, kapete mahali, Willis amecheza kama yeye, proposal. Harusi tunayo ama hatuna? Mimi nisikose pilau.
Harusi naye tuko nayo. Hiyo ni kwa hakika. Harusi iko. Itafanyika. Wacha mtoto akuje. tuone vile itakuwa, but iko for wanasemanga for the avoidance of doubt. Yes, there will be a wedding. Yes,
Guys, nikose kuitwa na get crush. Anyway, Willis, I would like to know, now you were in marriage before. Things happened, it didn't work out, and now you are in a relationship that is, umetuambia harusi inakuja very soon, meaning it's leading to marriage. What's your take about marriage, and what have you learned so far so good?
but I think just first of all that everybody is an individual, and no one marriage or even relationship is the same. And you just have to realize that you need to know that both of you are different. Times are different. How you grew up is different probably. By the time you're meeting, this person has. You see how when you're at a job, like now I've done media for 13 years. So I have 13 years of media experience. So huyu mtu mwenye anakuja kuishi na wewe, whether they're 24, 25, 30, they have 25 years experience being themselves and growing up away from you. Yes, then you also are coming from a different setup. You've had all your years of experience coming. Now you're putting this together, and you're supposed to find a place where you kind of meet. So it is realizing that none is the same. Communicate, talk about what you're feeling, where you are at, because again, even in the marriage itself, you change. You don't know. You know me as Mr. Lavidavi, and yes, you've seen me angry. But you don't know me as a father. You don't know me as somebody who's lost somebody, who's grieving. People grieve different. You never seen me as somebody without a job, in case in the course of the marriage I'll lose my job. So you have to be willing to adapt to all these different things. And if you can afford it, seek help, seek therapy. Go and talk to people who understand these things better than you. And also therapy for yourself as an individual, if you can afford it, and therapy as a group is important, because you also need to understand the way when you don't know yourself, you don't know your childhood traumas, you don't know things you've been through, you don't know how you're acting today, where that behavior stems from. You don't know all these things. But be friends and talk, and
There are these accusations that every time when you Google Willis' name, lazima upatane na hii story kwa Google, YouTube, everywhere, that you cheated in your previous relationship. Is it something that you'd like to clarify?
Nah, wacha watu wajienjoy kwa online. You can continue their assumptions. You do your thing, man. Because I've also realized that there is a lot of people will always talk about different things, but also at the end of the day ni wewe mwenyewe na huyo mtu, okay, who know what the truth is. So if that was the truth and we know it, so we've moved past it. And if it wasn't the truth and we also know it, again, we've been able to move past it. So the most important thing is what nyinyi wawili you know as the truth, and how you've decided to deal with that truth away from what other people are saying. And there's been a lot of course, is cyberbullying, even in boardrooms. Watu wameniongelelea, but sawa tu. Wanasemanga Mungu hakuli ugali kwa nyumba ya mtu mmoja. So
talking of boardrooms, tunasikianga most of the time when your brand imekuwa na a lot of scandals, especially when it comes to mambo na familia, it affects somebody's brand. Has it affected you in any way? Like maybe kuna job uliko get mahali ujakuwa ukiziget and everything?
Well, I'm happy for even after all these things that happened. First of all, I'm happy that I still had a job. Shout out to Royal Media Services. That they still kept me on board. I'm happy for the brands that I worked with during that period of time. I'm happy for the people who opened doors to me, the artists that allowed me to do music with them. So I was still getting them. But of course, there are those ones who unasikia mafununu that hawa watu sasa wamekuweka kwa bench kwa sababu ya wamesikia ABCD. So, si lazima I'm not going to put it upon myself to now go and look for those other people kukaa sasa kwa room niambia sikiza hii kitu haikuwa na hivi na hivi na hivi na hivi na hivi because they are not opening up their lives to me as well. Yes, I'm the one who's out there. I say that, you see, unfortunately, as a person who's on TV, you get to live your life in an aquarium where everybody sees your every move. Good, bad, ugly. You make your mistakes in public. You are discussed in public. But then you heal in private. So yes, kulikuwa na mafununu hapa na pale, but I mean, other brands were still working with me who realized that, and that's the thing, unasikianga mafununu but hakuna mtu atakuja kuambia cheki mimi siwezi work na wewe kwa sababu ya ABCD or the reason why tupatie contract kwa sababu ya ABCD. They don't tell you because again they have no basis in any, they don't have any basis in terms of, they don't have facts, they just have hearsay. So I'm glad. I want to say a big thank you to all the brands that worked with me through 2020, 2021, 2022, some that are working with me now, the ones that we are still about to reveal our partnerships in future. Asanteni sana.
Wow, tukimalizia Willis, I would like you to shout out to everybody who has been watching you kila mahali. Unajua apart from kukua na wale watu wao wanaangalia Willis, wanaona Willis hawezi. Kuna wale sasa wanasemanga exactly. I would like you to tell them something tukimalizia.
Well, this one kamera nyumbani. Oro wanyu. I would like to say, first of all, I'd like to shout out to my biggest support system, Ivy. Shout out to you, baby. Thank you so much for holding me down through thick and thin. And also I'd like to say a big shout out to all of you. Listen, all of you who have genuinely loved and appreciated me for all these years. I've been in media for 13 years, and I've some of you even send me TBT pictures of what we took way back kitambo. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. Thank you for every kind comment, for every word of encouragement. Even when you didn't know what I was going through, even when you didn't understand exactly what's happening, you are able to see past isolated incidents and just to see through to who I am or who you believe I am. But the truth of the matter is, umekuwa ukinisupport. Asante sana. For those of you who have a dream, I'd also just like to tell you, go for it. Don't let anybody tell you there is something you can't do, so long as it is legal. You go ahead and do it. Stand firm, have passion, pray. Know that there are going to be difficult days, but the things eventually get better. Every problem has an expiry date. And please also take mental health very seriously. If you have an issue, talk about it, communicate, don't suffer alone. If you can afford therapy, go for therapy. If you can talk to a friend, talk to a friend, talk to a pastor, talk to a priest, an imam, whoever, whatever religion, just talk. And for those of you who are wondering, will it ever get better? It will. It will get better. And remember, most importantly, God loves you and that will never change. Yeah, habadiliki si kigeugeu. Yake ni legit. Yeah.
Wow, thank you so much, Willis, for coming. I know umetoka show asubuhi. Then ukakuja hapa. I don't take it for granted. Thank you so much for showing up.
Yeah,
tunashukuru sana.
Yeah, hata mimi nimeshukuru sana kwa come through, kwa kuningoja, kwa kuniweka katika yashano. Nimeshukuru sana. And big up to all the Mungai Eve fans out there. Boom!
Wow. So guys, that is it. It has been the Mungai Eve Show. In case you're watching this video, make sure you subscribe. We meet in the next video.